All right, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gulpane back again with another quick video response or an answer to a video question or whatever. I don't know what you call it. You can't do video responses for the last like 10 years on YouTube, so I don't know what you call it. But yeah, another question by Sleepy. So he's got a series of questions, and some of them I liked. I decided to do a video on a few of them. So one of his questions was, are you a gamer or a collector first? Now that's a really interesting question, because I don't get as much opportunity to play games as I used to when I was younger, obviously, because I had a lot more time. Now I have to be an adult, but I still buy games. So like when I was younger, I had loads of time, but I didn't have any games. And now that I'm older, I have loads of games, but not really that much time to do it, or not as much time as I'd like to. Obviously, I'm on my summer holidays now, so I'm absolutely got loads of time. So I'm getting a chance to play a lot of games now. But the amount of games that I buy, and I think it's specifically what's preventing me from playing a lot of the games that I get, is they're those really long RPGs. Like, they're not like a quick platformer. You know, they're these really long games, which is the way games are sort of going now. You know, every game, not every game, but a lot of the games that come out, like the newer games, like the AAA games, they're all like 40-hour games. You know, it takes a long time. It's a big investment to play them. Whereas other games, you know, you might pick it up, play it for half an hour, or an hour, or 2 hours or whatever, and just sort of, I don't know, leave it there. You have more opportunity to play more games. But for me, I think I would class myself as a person that plays games more than collects them. Although I do have a lot of games that I haven't played yet in my collection. So maybe like primarily I would rather play games than collect them. But I know there's merit in both of them. It's a very, very difficult question, because I'm sure there's some people who don't play games, or they don't play that many games, but they have huge, gigantic collections of games. And there's other people that, you know, don't collect games at all, and they just play, and then trade them in, buy more. So I think you might go through that stage of like being a total, like just a gamer, like playing games all the time, then just trading them in. And then once you get a bit nostalgic, then you're like, oh, maybe I want to, you know, get those games I had years ago, like the physical copies. And then you get a bit nostalgic, nostalgia hits you, and then you decide, yeah, you know what, I want to get those games I had years ago. So I think that's what happened to me. I kind of went from that stage to this stage now of sort of like half gamer, half collector. And I'm sure in the future then I probably mightn't play as much at all, but I still might, you know, continue collecting, like so. But for me, I only collect like a specific type of game. Like, I won't buy loads of copies of FIFA. I won't buy you know, like first-person shooters. I'll just get like RPGs, or like survival horror games, third-person action games, those sort of games, or like point-and-click games like those as well. So very interesting question. I don't have an answer. I think I'm more of a gamer than a collector, to be honest, because I don't have a gigantic collection. But what do you think? Do you have a response to this question? I'm sure some of you, some people have done, sorry, I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm sure some people have done this response already. So thanks very much, Sleepy, for coming up with all of these very interesting questions, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it. See you again.